Hello everybody and welcome back to Introduction to OPCloud. In this session, we're going to talk about states. States are part of object. An object can be only at one state at a time or in transition between states. Now let's see how we can model states in our OPM model. We talked about the call. In our call, we can have both states. Let's add the states into our call. The first thing, we can click on the halo and on the Add States button, or we can click on the Add State button from the secondary toolbar. This time, let's click it on the secondary toolbar. As you can see, automatically, two states will be added. The next time we want to add more states, clicking on the Add States button will only add additional one state. The default name of the states is all lowercase and it's going from left to right. We're starting with state 1 and state 2. Clicking on Update when creating states will automatically go to the next name of the next state. Let's add our states for the call object. The first state is requested call, meaning that we have requested, and then clicking on Enter, automatically it will change to the next state. The next state is online. We can see now that the call is changed into two states, requested and online. In OPM, there is a similarity between effect link and the more elaborated in-out link. We can do it in two options. The first is to create them directly or using the exchange symbol. When going into the link, you can see those two links, the icon of two links. Clicking on them will change the effect link into in-out link pair. The other option, let's click it back. And let's remove the link in order to do it manually. Now I have the delete option. I can remove it disappearance or from the entire model. Since we only have one link, it doesn't matter. And I remove it like that. Now, in order to create an in-out link, I'm dragging the link from the designated states into the destination process, like that. Our link table will show me that I'm starting from the request into the call transmitting. I can use the consumption link, or I can use the in-out link pair, which will show me that call transmitting changes call from requested to online. Of course, I can use the condition or event link if needed. And also here is the option to the split input link pair, meaning that if I will select that option, it means that it will change call from requested to a general other state if I have several states. In our case, we want to change it from requested to online. Let's select it. Again, I can switch back and forth with our links. Now, let's see another options of states. Here, I have selected the call. The call is an object with several options of states. Once it has states, new options will be added to the secondary toolbar. Also, to the halo, we have the options to suppress the states, meaning hiding them. This will hide any state which is not directly connected with a link, meaning if I will click on it now, nothing will happen, as both states are connected with links. I can add more states, and later on we'll talk about aliases when we're using computational. On the secondary toolbar, we can see that we have the add states and also the disable, the destating option. One of the main things that OPCloud gives us is the options to align our states according to the needed location. We can align them left, top, right, or bottom. In our case, it is already aligned in the correct location. Next, each state by its own have specific halo and commands. You can see in the halo of a state, we can suppress it, only that specific state. Again, only if it's not connected with a link. We can style it. We can delete a specific state. Or we had a time duration for a state of an object, meaning that from that time on, that object will be created, will be defined, or will be at that specific state. On the secondary toolbar, you can see the same time duration button. Another options that we have is to define the state status. We can define it as default, meaning that when an object is created, by default, most of the time, it will be created at that state. We can say it is in current state, meaning that currently it's in that state. This is done to signal us during simulation execution which kind of state we are in. The final state and the initial state are the states where the object is created and it's in initial state, and when it's done or finished or consumed, it will be in its final state. Currently, we want to show you that our current state is something that's initial. When call is created, it's created in a requested. So let's mark it as initial. As you can see, the contour is now in bold. Let's add our advisor, and he's using the call handling. We have the advisor here, and we want to add call handling, which the advisor is doing. So we'll add another process. We'll call it call handling. And transfer the link from the contour into the specific process. We know that we will use the call handling the vehicle location, and since the driver is also involved, I will also connect the driver. Using the vertices, I will align it neatly. Now that we know that the call transmitting is changing from requested to online, we also need it as part of the vehicle location calculating. So we will connect the specific of instrument from the state online. We can change the order and arrange it nicely. The next thing we want to do is to update the driver status. We'll add a new object called danger status. As you can see, it is created by default as physical. Now we'll connect it as an attribute of the driver. Automatically, OPCloud knows that any attribute, any property, is by default informatical. So while connecting an attribute link, exhibition characterization link, automatically it will change the essence of the object into informatical. We know that the danger status has two states. Let's add them now. The first state is endangered. The next state is safe. Now we want to use the alignment option that we shown before, as we want to connect them to the call handling, which will help our driver. Let's align them to the right. We'll enlarge our state, we'll enlarge our text. Now we know that the final state should be safe. So we mark the last state safe with the final option. We're using the in-out to change from in danger to safe. We may align our link to present it nicely, and so our stuff. This will show us how we're using OPM with states. Thank you.